Hello Star Wars fans, and welcome back to my channel. And today we're going to be talking about the Imperial Security Bureau, or the ISB. Now, we've all kind of known, at least those of us that were older, that the Empire was loosely based on a branch of the German government in the 1940s. I can't say the word because YouTube won't let me. However, the ISB has recently gained notoriety in shows like Star Wars Rebels. They've mentioned it a handful of times in The Mandalorian. And then we've been able to really see its day-to-day activities within Andor. Now again, I'm not going to lie, haven't seen Andor all the way through. I'll be perfectly honest, the first 3 episodes just killed it for me. Okay, I get that new series have to find their footing, but I just... there are other characters more deserving than Cassius Andor to have a show. But anyway, we're focusing on the Imperial Security Bureau today. Now, they're both a law enforcement and an intelligence agency, much like secret police were post-World War II. They're charged with internal state security and ensuring the loyalty of the citizens, which means if you did something they didn't like, you disparaged Palpatine in any way, you posted something that was deemed as anti-Imperial propaganda, they could take you, and you would just vanish in the night. Now, we've seen bits and pieces of this, especially in Star Wars Rebels, with Agent Kallus. He was one such ISB agent. He was there to really make sure that the people of Lothal towed the line and played their part. Now, the ISB had branches like surveillance, interrogation, and even re-education. All 3 of those scare me, because none of that was pointed towards Imperial enemies, but they were pointed towards Imperial citizens. Some were even moles within capital ships within the Imperial Navy. They would pose as officers or even crew members to go in to make sure that the higher-ups weren't getting too adventurous. And once, especially some of them that were away from the core worlds, that they weren't getting influenced by non-imperially sanctioned things. Now, in Legends, which again, y'all know what I always say, Legends are just better, they were responsible for the wiping away of any record of the Jedi, which is why by the time Luke Skywalker really came into his own, he had a hard time finding any information about the Jedi, because the ISB wiped them from any world they could find any reference to. After the death of Palpatine, the ISB and the Imperial Intelligence, so it would be kind of like the FBI versus the CIA, if we were using similar government departments, okay, caused a civil war among the remnants of the Empire. Now, if you've read any of the Legends books, you know that space, or the galaxy, was basically divided into 3 groups. You had the Republic, you had the Imperial Remnants, and you had basically everyone who was like, I don't want either one of you to. But even within those Imperial Remnants, they weren't a solid government. You had Moffs, you had warlords, you had all these other people vying for control, but because they were never able to be true leaders, no one really joined their cause. They weren't a Vader, they weren't a Thrawn, they weren't a Governor Tarkin, okay? They just weren't. So whenever Admiral Daala came in And she basically made everybody toe the line. Either you're going to join me or I'm going to wipe you out. And I'm going to do it intelligently. Okay, she had to bring the remnants of the Imperial Order together. Now, if you believe the Disney stuff, that's how the First Order was created, but, you know how I feel about that. But what do y'all think about the ISB? Would you like to see more of them? Would you like to see something more